Hello, and welcome to this week's Author Spotlight. And as usual, I have another successfully author who's going to share with us their highs, their lows, and what they wish they'd known before they wrote their book. So please, without any further ado, give a warm welcome to Nassar. Nassar, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks, Sheryl, for this opportunity to talk to you and to talk to your audience about my book.
Fabulous. So, the questions I want to find out. So, becoming an author for you has been like what?
It is like reaching a destination after a pleasant and challenging journey, basically. It's like reaching the top of a high mountain like Kilimanjaro. It was really a rewarding activity, and it is a great learning and experience for me. Yes.
Yeah. So for you, then, it's been a rewarding, although challenging journey, and it's been a bit like getting to Kilimanjaro at the top of the mountain. And there's been lots of learning, and I'll come on to that in a minute. But if it's a journey that's challenging and it's like going up a mountain, why did you write the book? What was it that was motivating you to keep going through those challenging times?
It is mainly to share my expertise and knowledge about real estate investment. This is what the book is about. It is to motivate and inspire the readers of the book, so that to learn about real estate investment, and also to have options in life in case that they are stuck in full-time employment, so that they can have other options in life and break free. And this is what it is basically summarized here on the cover of my book. So for any kind of investment, it is a generic kind of diagram. Basically, it starts with getting income. That could be through employment or joint venture with a family member or with friends. And then make sure the person should make sure that they are able to do savings, to buy assets. Assets. This is very important. Assets, not liabilities. Assets. It's something that generates income, and that hopefully that would lead to accumulating wealth at the end. Yes.
Yeah, I remember, and we had a joke with it. I'm just going to write that real estate investment, because I hadn't written that on the banner. We're going to pop the link up because you very kindly given it to me. Let's pop that up there so people can see the link to get it out from Amazon if they want to. I remember when my business started, I kept saying to my husband, "Oh, I'm a liability, not an asset yet." So it's just that it's a real big thing, isn't it, to know that what you're buying, is it making you money or costing you money? We don't get taught this stuff at school, do we? People don't teach us about these things, and if you don't know, you don't know. My sincere apologies for anyone that's listening in. Somebody in my household has decided to print, or it could be that now the power has just come on. So if you can hear any background noises, that's my printer chunking away in the background. So I'm just going to let people know what that is, so it doesn't bother their ability to listen to us. So the book is going to teach people about their options and the choices they've got with real estate investment. What was your biggest lesson that you've learned going through this journey as an author? What's your most important thing that you've learned?
This is a very good question, Sheryl. The first important lesson is that it is for anyone wanted to write a book, they need to understand the process before starting. It is not too late if they already started writing the book, but it is important to understand the writing and publishing process. If they don't understand it, then they need to seek support from the experts. In my case, my mentor Karen Williams. She she was really an outstanding resource for me. She helped me to understand the process in terms of preparing the publishing plan, developing a structure for my book, and also to understand how to analyze my competitors in the market, as well as selecting the right reviewers. It's really important to get the right reviewers to comment on your book, and also to help me to link to other entities such as SWOT Books Limited, who helped me in terms of the proofreading, editing, and getting my book published online on Amazon and on many other platforms.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a really important thing to know the process, because it's so easy, and particularly if you've got lots of things you want to write about, it's very easy to not be able to channel your thoughts if you don't understand how it's got to fit into a process and a system. So thanks for sharing that. What do you wish you'd known before you started?
Well, real estate investment is a very wide subject. There are so many topics related to real estate. There are the residential properties, hotels, HMOs, holiday lets, commercial properties. There are so many topics related to real estate investment. My book focuses on residential investment because this is what we do as a family business. So we focus on buy-to-lets, providing accommodation and residential properties for our tenants. My book doesn't cover commercial properties, topics related to property technology, and so on and so forth. So I wished I had known more about those topics, so to include them in my book. However, I've got a plan now for my second edition. I started planning for my second edition to include those topics, because I think it is useful to provide as much can learn more about how to invest their money and invest in different types and different strategies of real estate.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really lovely to hear you talking about second editions, because I think that what can stop a lot of authors is that they don't get around to publishing it because they keep thinking of something else could go in it, something else could go in it, something else can go in it. And I think it's remembering that you can either have a second edition, i.e. you can update your first book, or you can have a second book or a third book. You can add to your sort of books. Otherwise, you'd never get around to publishing it, because there's always new information and new wisdom that comes to us as we go through the process of writing about things. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Sheryl, I lost you for a bit, for just a few seconds at the beginning.
Yeah, it dropped a little bit when I was listening to you as well, Nassar. From my experience, is sometimes StreamYard will keep it and the actual recording will be okay. It's just that you and I haven't heard each other very well. So if you can hear me okay now, yes. I'm going to double check that I'm not still tethering to my phone. I'm not, because of my power cut earlier. I'll check the recording, and if for some reason it has dropped out, we'll arrange to do another one. But at the moment, I will, fingers crossed, everybody got what we've said. Okay. So what you wish you'd known before is that there was some aspects of the business that you could have researched and found information about, but you've already got that lined up for second edition. What was your lowest point on the journey with writing your book?
I would call it my, not really the lowest points, but the unpleasant moments. It is when I had to decide about certain aspects related to my book. For example, the book cover, the title, the blurb. That's the description of the book that we put at the back of the book, at the back cover. I had to think carefully about those matters. I had to select the right cover, which I needed to, for the book. So I ended up with 2 or 3 really nice book covers. So I had to make the right decision, and also about the title, which I had to share it with my family members, so that to select the one that I think is useful for us, because it is a family business. Actually,
Yeah.
the book refers to what we do almost on a daily basis in terms of our activities. So it was useful for me to get their opinion about the cover, the content, and the blurb on the back cover. So
Yeah.
that was a little bit stressful activity, but at the end it was done, and I'm very pleased with the outcome.
And it is a big decision. Is I think people, especially when you've invested money into getting the publishing and stuff done, it's like it can be a real fearful thing that you're going to make the wrong choice. Obviously, you spoke to your family. What else helped you make the decision about what was the right cover and the blurb, etc.? What worked for you?
Sorry, say it again, Sheryl.
So when you said it's a difficult decision, when you have several covers to make the decision, you've spoke to your
Yes.
family.
Yes.
What else helped you to make that decision?
Well, actually, there are other tools that helped me. For example, this is part of the process. I had to put those, like the final ones. I think I ended up with 2 or 3 covers, which I put them on the social media, and all friends, the online friends, they actually proposed mainly 2. So we ended up like with 2 out of 3 or 4, and then I had to do my final decision with the family, just to go for this cover. So.
Yeah, and that's a great marketing strategy as well, to get your audience involved with helping you make those decisions, because then they feel part of the journey. So that's great stuff to hear that. And the last question then, what's been your greatest success to date?
My greatest success being financially independent. And this is also mentioned partially in my book, actually. We, as a family, we built this business together, and I got all the support. I am the director of the company, of the family company, and I managed to escape the rat race. I thought that is also like a success for me, and it is basically leaving the 9 till 5 kind of daily activities with other employers. Previously, I used to make other people rich, work for them. Now it is the other way around. The time that I spend, actually, it is to make us to make the family members get the right income for themselves, and also to support the community, because we managed to build our property portfolio here in Manchester. So we are able to give back. So we provide like 1 hour free consultancy for the people who wanted to buy their family houses, or if they wanted to invest in buy-to-lets. So we provide that like for the community. And Manchester is really good for real estate investment. It is the fastest growing city in Europe. So it is really good to be part of this great city.
Fabulous. That's great to hear. So I'm going to pop the link again at the bottom. If you could just show us your book and tell us a little bit more about your book again before we call today's interview to a close. It's been brilliant having you on the show, Nassar. I really, really appreciate you sharing your highs, your lows, and your success to date. So tell me again, name and title of the book and what it's about and who's it for.
So the title of the book, the exact title, it's a bit lengthy. Well, the first part is real estate investment. It is in the pursuit of building income-producing assets to grow your wealth. And the book covers, it has got a number of chapters related to real estate investment. It covers real estate economies, issues related to supply and demand for properties, economic trends, marketing conditions which influence property prices. It provides information about property finances and accounting, which applies to any business. Mainly, it gets into the details of profit and loss sheets, balance sheets, and how to prepare that. It provides real life scenarios as well as numerical examples.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing that. I've been able to hear you clearly all the way through. It just seems that the video was frozen. So we've got your lovely beaming smile, but we have been able to hear everything that you said. So with a bit of luck, that will all come out okay on the recording. So without any further ado, I'm going to say farewell and wish you all the best with the marketing of your book. And perhaps we can have you back on the show again in the future to let us know what further success you have with your book launch as well. So thanks so much, Nassar. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And that brings us to the close of another Author Spotlight, the show where we talk to you about the highs, the lows, and the things that we wish we'd known before we wrote our book. But whatever's happening in your world in terms of authorship, please make sure that you make this year the year that you turn your dreams into reality. Speak to you soon.